Right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Sound effects this morning. Good morning. Yo, it's Rock 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Got a packed house this morning on this Wednesday. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef. Keep it down, everyone.
Yeah, right. Good morning, Rico.
Wakey, eggs and bacon.
That's right. And good morning, everybody else. Thank you for tuning into the show. We got a jam-packed one and excited for today because today is Austin Ass Tattoo Day. We're going to be getting that a little bit later
It's
on.
a federal holiday.
Yeah, I gave him every opportunity to back out. In fact, my boss is like so nervous and telling me that I have to make him back out, and I can't make this man do anything. You know, he wants my face tattooed on his ass, and I don't blame him.
I'm pretty sure you make this man do everything, from what I can tell.
No, absolutely not. See, that's the thing. There's always the freedom of choice, Powers. And he has the freedom of choice. It's really up to him. I remember this whole thing came about because of the story of a guy who got his mother's bite mark tattooed on him. He had his mom bite him, and then he had it tattooed on him. It was very weird.
Whoa.
Yeah,
very
and
weird.
Somehow that spiraled into Austin getting my face tattooed on his ass. I don't know how it happened. It just did.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened. And he's like on his way out. He's going to LA, and he wants to thank me for the time he had on this show, which I appreciate, and you're welcome. So here's my face on your ass, and may it help you forever get laid.
Is he just getting the logo of your face, or is he getting like Beef Vegan Presents?
The whole logo.
All the embellishments.
Just like our bumper stickers that we have out there. So,
Call letters and everything?
Yeah. Well, I
Are
don't
the
know.
numbers?
I'm a little hesitant about the call letters because, again, I believe in tattoo curses. So you don't want to do that. And it's the reason why, I've been on several stations. I don't have any. I have a bunch of stupid tattoos, but I don't have any frequencies tattooed on me because, I don't want to basically jinx myself, get fired. Like, I don't want to get a Rock 2.1 tattoo. Another reason why is because they constantly change brands, right? Because this is KFMA, but I'm not even really allowed to say KFMA. I have to say Rock 2.1. That's the brand.
That's
even though
true.
KFMA, the call letters are legendary in my mind. So, if I ended up getting a Rock 2.1 tattoo, they would send out an email the very next day. I guarantee it. And be like, guess what? We're going to call ourselves Clock 102.3. Moving over a frequency, and I'm going to be screwed, right?
So anybody that sees his tattoo on his ass is going to have to say the whole thing. Like legally, he'd be like, say the whole thing.
Well, no, we're gonna leave out the Rock 2.1, and it will just be like Beef Vegan Presents Austin's ass. You know what I mean?
Blank on the bottom presents anything. You'd write it in.
No, I know. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Beef Vegan Presents, and then it's gonna be on Austin's ass, and they're gonna see that I am presenting Austin's ass to whoever's willing to take it.
That's amazing.
It's not bad, and we're gonna get a video of it, and I'm very excited about that. So, shout out to Pallone. Who's going to be the tattoo artist for that. And Rico and I are going to be hanging out at his tattoo shop later on with Austin. And the video should be up shortly after that. And Austin's going to be in the very next day. And he has to battle it out with the new Austin, Dave.
Right. Austin 2.0.
Right. And, well, we're going to see. Austin has a chance to beat Dave in a series of games. And if he does, then Dave will be referred to only as Austin 2.0 for a month, and then we'll drop it.
A year.
Yeah. Yesterday, it was breaking news that Travis Barker was rushed to the hospital. This is very odd. It's a mystery illness. I was right. 2022 is not a great year for drummers. He actually tweeted out, please God save me, something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah. So whatever it is, it's, scary. Scared him enough. He was rushed to Cedar Sinai Hospital. A lot of famous celebrities have passed away there and in an ambulance. So they're not messing around here. Of course, the internet is split on Travis going there. A lot of people saying it's the Kardashian curse.
Yeah.
Which I'm not 100% against. Like the Kardashians' track record with men, and they've done a great job in ruining men. They have, but
It's not a joke anymore. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, at what point does it become not funny
Right.
and just
Terrifying.
scary real? Right.
Mhm.
Like Pete Davidson better watch his ass, man. Like legitimately. But whatever it is, I hope it's something that could be dealt with medical professionals, and he'll be on the mend here pretty soon, because we can't afford to lose any more drummers, even drummers who produce like crappy pop records. He's still an icon, with the bands that he's participated in. I could forgive him for MGK, for him to live another day.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm big enough of a person to say, Travis Barker, I want you to live even though you produced MGK. Speaking of MGK, and I know we don't like speaking of him here because, he just a wannabe everything.
Oh,
So he's
Deep cut.
he is. The only thing he's not wannabe is a pimp, because he is dating Megan Fox, and I'm sure he does a good job, but I'm feeling like he's ruining that relationship rapidly. So like MGK and Megan Fox won't be a thing here in another 6 months. That's my prediction looking into the crystal ball. The other night, last night, he was performing in a club in LA, all pinked out, like pink hair, pink shirt, pink whatever, super punk rock.
Yeah.
And he walked out of the club covered in blood. And you're like, wow, that's punk rock. What did you do? And he's like, I smashed a glass on my head. Okay, well, that's stupid, but still kind of punk rock. What kind of glass? And he's like, champagne flute. I'm like, bitch.
Champagne flute.
Yeah, like that's not punk rock. I don't care if you make yourself cut and bleed. Champagne flute. Come on, man.
It has to be like a steel stein.
Yeah,
or
or a
something.
40-ounce bottle, or even just a regular beer bottle. That's all punk rock options. Plenty of punk rock options. The old school glass ashtray, if they still have those around. In Hollywood, they might. But at the same time, you can grab a champagne flute and be like, look at me, I'm hardcore.
Classy punk.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Ooh.
probably smashed it over his head with his pinky out.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Ding.
So again, I wish Travis Barker well, even though he resurrected MGK's career. Let's get this music running here, starting off with some Rob Zombie, who released new music just this week, and there's a new music video called give me some ass or some grass, something like that. The cartoon video is pretty fun.
Never talked
I got music from Bring Me the Horizon coming up after that, and your morning moron. Keep it right here all morning long. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know the name of the show. Let's go. That's right. And we're back here live on the podcast broadcast. Let me introduce our special guest this morning, Ashley Tappan, comedian. And also you work at Hotel Congress as well. Is that correct? Yeah. And you got, what's the name of the show? I should have the flyer for it, but I don't have a physical flyer. It's like Tappan.
It's the Tappening.
The Tappening.
That's
happening.
Yes. A play on the name. Which should be fantastic. It's going to be at the Screening Room. You got a bunch of great comedians on that show as well, and you're headlining that. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Stand up for about like 4 years. I did some improv in Chicago at Second City.
Oh, dropping that Second City name drop. Let me pick that up for you. Oh, what's up, Mrs. John Belushi? Jim Belushi? John Belushi is the legend.
Gilda.
One of the
Yeah,
Belushis.
Gilda. I mean, so many people from Second City. Mike Myers. Chris Farley. Do you have to know all the people before you go into Second City?
Yeah, you have to know them all.
Every single
Yeah,
one.
right.
Every
They
one
have
of
to
them.
test you. Be like, name every single comedian who's blessed this stage or improv artist. Is it difficult to get into Second City?
No, not really. You just gotta pay. So if you're broke, it can be difficult.
Yeah.
Like anything else. We want the money.
How much did it cost to be a member of Second City?
Oh, I don't really remember exactly. It was like each course was like 300 or something like that. I don't know.
That's
I
not
don't
that
really
bad.
remember.
That is not that bad. What's your biggest takeaway from that? Did you enjoy your time doing Second City? I mean, obviously, legendary stage.
Yeah, it was awesome. I went through the improv program and then took some like sketch comedy courses. Did some sketch comedy writing.
Right. Yeah. So give me like a 1-sentence takeaway if you're going to give a sketch comedy or aspiring sketch comedy writer a tip on how to write a good sketch. Is there like a 1-sentence tip or takeaway that somebody could take?
I feel like it happens to like you just get like a structure of like a premise, and then when you get together with everybody and do like improv on that, so the funniest stuff happens naturally.
Right. So you just
Yeah.
outline it. And it's like,
Yeah.
here's the outline. Here's where we're going. And then fill in the blanks.
Pretty much.
Curb your enthusiasm approach.
Yeah. That's the art of a wrestling
Heighten it.
promo as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just like to go into promo land. That's right. Don't look up. Don't look down. Don't look left or right.
All right,
Because I'm
turn-
right on top of
No,
you.
I
Yeah,
turned his
dig it.
mic off. So
jeez,
yeah,
come on.
yeah,
Yes,
no, come on.
and-
We're not doing that shtick right now, dude. See, that's the thing. You always got to be on top of powers to rein him in, because if I give any kind of wrestling to his mic's off again. See, up. Ah, yeah, he's ready for it.
I'm more into the stand up though, because it's like I want that laugh,
Yeah,
like screw everyone else.
absolutely. Yeah. So you're headlining the show this Friday at the Screening Room. How long's your set gonna be?
Hopefully 45, but a solid 30 without notes. My first headlining show.
Ooh,
Nice.
And I produced it and I made the flyer.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Ooh.
She got
That's
those-
happening.
Those Photoshop skills.
Well, let's
Yeah.
let's check out those Photoshop skills, because I do have a digital flyer.
Good font. Good font.
I'm gonna pull it up. We don't need it on that camera here.
Ah.
Let's utilize our technology there, Powers. Yeah.
Technology.
Uh-huh.
I shouldn't have bragged about the flyer. It's really not that.
That's
cool.
what I'm paying. I'm paying
I'm actually sick of
$50 a
seeing
month
it.
for this stuff, to be able to share the screen. So here we go. Where it's right. Ta-da. Oh.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. It's great. It's
Look at
great.
that. Headliner.
I
Ashley
mean,
Tappan.
you
I'm
know.
on the marquee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Headliner, Ashley Tappan. The Tappening.
Doesn't
Stand-up
that feel good
comedy
though
showcase.
to be on a marquee? I love
Yeah.
it, right? It's a big deal to be on a marquee.
Mhm.
Big deal. The
Do you have a
Tappan.
picture of the marquee?
I might have got one last night. I might have one on my phone.
Yeah, you should. And email me that if you do, because I mean, that's nice. And every entertainer wants their name on the marquee.
In lights.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Screening Room has a beautiful little marquee set up outside of there. And it's great. And that's a great room too. I think it's a great room for comedy. It's obviously a great room to see like little movies and have that, but their comedy shows that they put on there. It's a good stage setup and just the right size of room. So you have that energy there.
Those
So
like
it's super
old
fun.
school foldy seats, like high school auditorium style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
We talking plush or we talking full on plastic?
I mean, they're plushy. They're a little plushy.
All right, Rock
Ah.
102.1 KFMA. That's Rico asking our in-studio guest, Ashley Tappan, who's headlining this Friday at the Screening Room, about the seats at the Screening Room. The Tappening is a stand-up comedy showcase that Ashley, again, is headlining with other comedians on the bill, like our friends Alana Erickson Lopez, who I think is
Yeah.
joining us tomorrow, and was it Rebecca Fox. So just a couple of the names that I could pronounce easily. And then there's a couple comedians on there that I'm not familiar or with or can't read their name.
Tony Bruin's hosting.
Yeah, Tony,
Tony
Bruin,
Bruin, of
he's
course.
excellent, very funny.
Yes, no, Tony's been on the scene for quite some time. Definitely, an A-level talent here in town. And who's the other people on your show? Because you booked all this show, right, Ashley?
Yeah, I booked the show. I handpicked the comics.
So you vetted these
Hopefully everyone
comics? Yeah.
Yeah. So Dom DeTola, hilarious. And then Stephanie Farrington. It was Leonga that she got married.
Let me ask you something. If you're going to headline your own, this is your first headlining gig, right?
Yeah.
Did you make sure to book comedians that weren't going to be funnier than you so you could be the funniest one?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
yeah,
Yeah, they're all gonna bomb.
yeah.
Just kidding, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
Go to
next
show.
headlining show, you book me. I mean, I'll go up there and do terribly. I won't even write a joke, and then they'll be begging for you to hit the stage right afterwards. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that funny girl?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, we got Ashley in here. She's been doing stand-up comedy here about 4 years, but before that, she actually was a performer in Second City in Chicago, which is legendary if you don't know it. Many of your favorite Saturday Night Live cast members came from Second City in Chicago. Essentially, it's like comedy college that she partaked in. How many years did you do this, or how long did you do it?
I was living in Chicago. I did Second City for 3 years and ended up being.
What's your side hustle when you're living in Chicago? Because I can imagine it's expensive, and of course, it costs money to devote yourself to a craft like improv comedy.
Yeah.
So, how many gigs did you have to do, and then how did you get by?
I was in the pizza game pretty hard. It's a deep dish.
Oh, you were in the deep
Pequod.
dish pizza game. Shout out to
Shout out to the
Rocco's.
Pequods
All
in
right.
Chicago.
Yeah. Okay. So
Malnati.
you made good money living there. Did you live in a sketchy part of town, or is most of Chicago sketchy?
No, it wasn't too sketchy. I mean, depending on what time you walked around, but I lived in like Lincoln Park area, so it was nice.
Okay. All right. And what's some of your favorite moments from Chicago? Favorite like memories or things that you miss about the city? Because you've been in Tucson now for quite some time.
Lake Michigan was awesome. Like Montrose Beach. ride the bike, you know.
She misses the water. What a surprise! She's in the desert
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Dried
I
up
know.
out here.
Right. So okay, is anyone from your class of Second City on to like Saturday Night Live?
I don't think so. I don't think
Really?
that happened.
You got none?
I don't
So-
think we got any.
Well, then you got to at least step up and be the first one. Somebody from your class.
It's gonna be me next.
It has to
Come
be
on,
you
Lauren.
next. Right.
You never got back to me.
Sarah Sherman is one of my favorites. I think she came from Second City, or at least Chicago in general, and she's super strange. And if you don't know who she is, I suggest that you check her out.
Sarah Sherman.
Big time, yes. I heard that when you came in, you had some kind of Roe versus Wade jokes already. You were just kind of hitting us from there.
Whoops.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, that was the big news this week, and it's going to be the big story of the entire year, and maybe even a couple years. Hopefully not until things are rectified, because the majority of the country wants things to go back to where it was, the pro-choice. So what was well, obviously your stance on there? I mean, you probably had like 7 abortions, right?
I just and I'm gonna miss freebasing Plan B. Like what?
All right. Are they not going to sell Plan B anymore?
No, I think it's an emergency contraception. So I mean, yeah, you'll have to get the generic brand on the streets.
I stocked up, so if you need some black market insider, let me know.
Yeah, well, they're like $50 a piece. I know.
Mhm.
you
Well,
know?
Costco has them for $5, but they don't work.
Oh yeah.
Like they know what they're doing. They gotta get the,
You got a Kirkland baby.
they want families.
He had a Kirkland baby.
A Kirkland signature, baby.
Yeah.
Brutal. Oh yeah. Well, that's how we're starting off the conversation, but we're not stopping anytime soon. You can join us on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan, because I have a story about a virus, and this virus is different than all the other viruses. This one bangs. I'll explain on the podcast broadcast. Trust me. Here's a takeaway here, and this is kind of weird because you're like, why are you going to talk about a virus, man? Because first off, this is a major scientific discovery, and it's odd to say the very least. But I mean, obviously, we talked about monkeypox. We all know about COVID by now. We're all like amateur virologists. I can't say it, but
Virologists.
yes, but
Virologists.
we're that. So the scientists can't create a drug for this deadly pathogen. So that's a problem. Obviously, you got amoxicillin, you got all these different medications out there that will kill pathogens dead in their spot, because a pathogen usually is asexual, meaning that it's a copy of itself. It's a clone. It will go into a host and it will clone and clone and clone, and then that's how it attacks your body. This pathogen, all right, that has killed thousands across 50 countries, cannot have any kind of antibiotic designed for it because it does not clone. It reproduces sexually to create new strains like any others, right? So in short, this virus fucks. Yes, legitimately, it's inside your body. It's a pathogen, and it'll find a cute other pathogen, be like, hey, baby, how you doing destroying this host? Oh, I'm doing good. What do you want to do later? I just want to fuck. So they fuck. And then they reproduce and have a baby fucking virus. So think COVID-19. COVID-19 is just a reproduction of one little strain, right? If COVID-19 was having an orgy inside your body, we'd all be dead, right? Legitimately, because you can't stop that. And then just like evolution itself, like as we, produce and reproduce, we take usually the stronger traits of our parents, right? That's genetically, that's how we evolved. Like, if you have, genetically blessed in certain ways, you take the strengths from your mom and strengths from your dad, and then that is you. And as you continue to grow, you get a little bit taller, a little bit stronger.
Ashley,
hopefully.
Beef's a doctor as well, just so you know. I'm not sure if
You're giving me a look like I'm fucking stupid. I'm telling you about this virus.
I'm listening to you. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Well, tell me this, Captain Powers, from this takeaway, is there anything that I've said wrong about this, or are you have any questions? Or, I mean, you should have concerns. There's viruses that are fucking inside of us now.
Yeah, there are viruses banging in there. I would wonder, I'd have a question. Is the older version of the virus a little outdated, doesn't know the hip new virus slang, and now the younger viruses are starting their own virus war in us internally as well, i.e. boomers versus Gen Z?
Terrible question. Pass it to Ashley.
Fine.
Ashley, you have any question about the pathogens that
Can the
fuck?
older pathogens get it up?
Well, no, I think they die off.
right,
And
all
they
right.
haven't, the pathogens haven't figured out a way to create like pathogen Viagra. But I would say this, if you do get infected with this virus, do not take Viagra just in case, because maybe it could feed off the Viagra in your system and then
Oh
those
my
older pathogens get in and fuck again.
I got a question.
Yes, please.
Do are there tiny little protester viruses when the virus decides to get an abortion?
They're not at that stage of evolution just yet. They're
Okay.
not as divided. They're still on the same page. You know, they're all one, and they all live in the same country.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. What? What? I paused. I stuttered. I have a
Technical
stuttering
difficulty.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
we got to get them some virus internet, start spreading some virus fake news, get them all, a little more divided.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we got political. Thanks. I had a fun little story about how deadly pathogen is reproducing inside you and killing thousands of people, and you had to ruin it with your stupid politics.
Political
those-
fission.
Yeah.
Do those viruses get like a sexually transmitted disease virus?
Yeah. Well,
So it's like
it's weird because they are a sexually transmitted disease who is
Layers.
sexual. So yeah, that's a great question. That's an Inception style
That
question.
is, it's some sort of insection. It's true.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
I know.
Mhm.
you
I
down
know.
with HPV?
Oh, no, you
don't know me. No.
So yeah, that's the terrifying news to share with you this morning. Earlier this
Terrifying.
morning, we shared a story of our morning moron. In case you missed it, well, something like this. We're on the air. All right, it's 6:16. Let's time for your morning moron. Let's do this. And then we'll get into how Rico bases the quality of television shows based off his 10-year-old critic cousin.
A Star Wars show.
Yes, it doesn't matter. That's a
For
whole nother.
kids.
We're unpacking that later, Rico. It's too fun, but too much right now. We got to talk about someone being very stupid. All right. So the morning moron today is not a criminal. It's someone who actually got scammed by a criminal. But it's so dumb that she has to be dubbed a morning moron. It's a Nebraska woman who's out tens of thousands of dollars to a scammer on Instagram. Police say the woman was contacted by the scammer claiming that he was the actor Henry Cavill.
Oh, Superman himself.
Superman, right? So what lady wouldn't want some Man of Steel, you
Yeah.
know? I feel like that's an endearing trait.
Charming.
To be steel hard. Well, he ended up sliding her in DMs, told her he was sending her a briefcase full of $10 million worth of diamonds, because that's what Superman would do.
Of course.
Say, hey, baby, I don't know you, but you want $10 million worth of diamonds? Because I'm going to send it to you.
He just takes coal and crushes it in his hands and makes diamonds himself. He's Superman.
You say that as a joke, but that could have been his angle, legitimately, is that he just took a bunch of coal and he made the diamonds. If she asked, how did you get $10 million? Besides the fact that, hey, I'm Superman and I'm like a famous Hollywood actor and stuff, so people give me diamonds all the time. He could have been like, no, I'm legitimately real life Superman, since you'll believe anything. And I crush coal into diamonds. And I just have like this huge deposit. I need to spread the wealth. So I'm going to give it to you. But the problem is, little cash light right now.
Oh, look, cash light.
Yeah, I got $10 million worth of diamonds, but I don't necessarily have the bills to ship it to you. You're going to need to send that to me. She's like, that sounds like a great idea, Henry Cavill.
Sounds legit.
Now, police say that the scammer told the woman the briefcase was held up in customs and she should give him she should give him her banking information so he can get it through. And police say the woman lost about $40,000.
40,000.
40,000. Yes. Now authorities
What?
say that you should never give your banking info out online. Instead, contact your bank to see if it's legit, and never trust Henry Cavill.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ever. That guy
Scammer.
is a scumbag. He is the next Ezra Miller.
I'll tell you, Man of Steel, STEAL.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Very phonetically sound. All right. None of that made sense, so that's fine. All right. There's your morning moron. We'll hit the reset, come back with some good news right after this.
You can grab someone's ass or something,
You should have.
or stole something.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
earn
it's
it.
pretty lame. It's been rough. So dumb. And I'm the daytime bartender, so it's like their policy is you have 6 hours to get your shift covered.
Mm.
I'm not. Nobody can hear this, right? And
Back
then-
on the stream here.
We are now.
Yeah. Which I actually want to Google stupid reasons people get fired. Yeah, because I've been there, done that, and I'm sure listeners have as well. I know we're in the 9 o'clock hour, but streamers, if you got fired for a dumb reason, let us know in the comments below. And also, we're gonna throw that out on the phone number here, 600 KFMA, once we get back on the air. See if any callers can commiserate. and relate to getting fired for a stupid reason. I know I've been fired quite a few times.
Quite a few.
Quite a few. Oh yeah, but I've been rehired, and here's hope for you, Ashley. I've been fired and rehired from almost every job that I've been fired from. In some cases, multiple times, including this job right now. I was fired off KFMA back in December of 2017, and then rehired by the company a few weeks later or a month later. And it was a long month and a half, and I was down in the dumps, obviously depressed. Played South Park on Xbox, finished that game, just sat in my room and just vegged out and didn't shower for weeks, right? And then things got back up and rolling, and they rehired me, and then full circle, take 3 years of abuse, and boom, I got my own show again. So all you need to do is go out there, have someone call you fuckface and stupid for 3 years, and then you'll accomplish your dreams. So
I'll buy your book.
There's hope.
How is your boyfriend, by the way?
That also isn't going very well.
Oh no.
Single.
No,
really?
Yeah, it's all right. We're not. This is
What a
therapy
month.
now.
I love him.
Me too. I love him too. Shout out to Kev.
No shouting out.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Why did you? I mean, without getting too personal, is there a reason why you guys broke up?
Just some people just stay at one level and other people like to climb.
Okay.
She liked
About
deep
it.
pitch. He liked New York style.
Oh well.
Dividing
There we
lines.
go, and
Yep.
that's it.
Done.
Mhm. Yeah, well, and that's our whole segment for this next segment is stupid reasons why people get fired, and I guess in relationships too. Earlier this morning, we talked about cheating being a thing. In fact, I actually put a poll up because we asked people. Well, there was a guy who had PTSD because he was cheated on, so he was asking for advice from Men's Health about how to overcome this because it was affecting his current relationship. And, communication is key. And that was the main takeaway. But then I asked people on our KFMA Instagram page, I did a little listener poll. And just real quick, I said, have you ever been cheated on? Right. And I gave options, never being an option, once, another. Hold on. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out with comedian Ashley Tappan, and we're recapping. Earlier, we did this listener poll of "Have you ever been cheated on?" Because Ashley came in, a ball of energy and also bad news at the same time. She's like excited and like, "Hey, I got my first headlining gig," and you're like, "Yay!" And she's like, "Oh yeah, and I also got fired from my job," and we're like, "Oh." And then I also broke up with my boyfriend and I'm single. And we're like, oh no.
I hear
The
that
fail
sound every
horn.
morning when I wake up.
Yeah. But you know what? Misery breeds comedy. It's inspiring. So
Yeah.
you take these kind of negatives, you turn it into a positive, and that's the beauty of the art form. So, I congratulate you on having the inspiration and the fuel to create another 45-minute set.
That's
on
why I
top.
wanted to get fired. I'm like, I need new material.
But she did get fired for a stupid reason, and we're going to ask you guys the same question. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. What's the dumbest reason you got fired? Now, Ashley, I heard you got fired because you got written up in 3 years for being late 3 separate times in 1 year.
Yeah.
Yes, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's less than quarterly. You can't get a pass, like
Suspension.
being late once every 4 months. And how late were you?
Well, one of the days was a no call, no show.
Oh, well, I mean, the
Change
fact
it
that you
up.
still had a job after that is
Yeah.
another thing. Why did
That
you
escalated quickly.
Yeah, it
Noise
did.
again.
Yeah, no sympathy for a no call, no show. What was the reason for a no call, no show?
Oh man.
Oh man, getting deep.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
getting deep.
Yeah, what was the reason? Was it a bender?
Hooking ain't easy,
Yeah, okay. All right. So that one was a deservable
It's like
write-up.
some people are late because they oversleep, and I just didn't sleep,
Ah, yes.
Hey.
Yes. Hey, you're in the bar industry and I party too, so I get it. So, okay, what about was the second time? How late were you the second time?
Like an hour.
Okay. And then I'm trying to be on your side, Ashley.
Trying to be sympathetic. We're
yeah.
like, oh,
I'm trying to be
I
like,
get it.
how
It
dare
happened to
they
me.
fire
I
you?
Well,
Okay.
fucked up.
Should I ask
Third
should I ask
time?
about the third and final time that you got fired?
I mean, is an hour that late?
Yes. For a
At
shift.
work,
When
sure.
you're serving and it's that hour happens to be like, I don't know, the busiest hour, then that's extremely late. You don't want to show up after the rush.
I'm just gonna say a half an hour the third time.
There you
No,
go.
but okay, so what's the honest answer?
Because I
though?
couldn't find parking.
Right. So what's the honest answer for the third time? Because I don't think 30 minutes. I think you're trying to curb it to make us
4 hours.
get
Give me
back
a break.
sympathetic.
I just like hung out at the dumpster for a while and came in.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
Hanging with Oscar the
like
Grouch.
16 minutes.
So
But
and
I had
then,
to open the bar. So, if I F up that,
right.
F it up, then
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
day is, I get it, guys.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Ashley Tappan.
Lesson
Okay.
learned.
All right. Well.
So, anyway, is anyone hiring? This is great for my resume. It's great. Also, I did 6 months in county jail.
Yes. So did I. So okay. With that though,
I'm
the
trying to learn.
was the third time the final time once you were late on the third time they're like enough's enough, you're done.
I signed a thing. They're like, the next time it happens.
And then it happened again. So then there's a fourth time. No.
That would have been the last draw.
Right. So okay. So then technically you were late 4 times within.
All
a
right,
year.
let's get
Let's
technical.
move
Yes.
on.
Yeah, what
Leave
the
her
hell?
alone.
She came to the radio show on time. That's
You're not my
pretty good.
real dad.
We're not paying her powers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, everyone.
All right. No,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
So
I'm
then
really
the fourth-
reliable.
The
I
fourth.
should have been doing night shifts,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
my fault.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
Hey, it's difficult
Sometimes
because
you wish you die and learn.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
well, I mean, it is
mother.
difficult. You are a stand-up comedian. That is a nightlife, and then to do early morning can
Burn
be
the candle
difficult.
at both ends. That's how that goes.
Yeah, I know how that goes too.
Yeah.
What an embarrassment.
Well, this is gonna make you feel better because there's
I can't wait.
yeah. Well, because I'm gonna go through a couple examples of stupid reasons why people got fired. So
Oh,
not
not reasons like
legitimate,
mine.
yeah, not legitimate reasons why you should have been fired a couple times. over.
yeah.
So this person wrote, I was fired for accidentally showing up for a shift I was not scheduled for, and then leaving when I found out I was not scheduled for said shift. All right. So Brittany wrote that. Not cool, right? Here's another one. I got fired from a public library for taking 2 carts to collect books from the outside drop box instead of 1.
Like
All right.
taking them home?
No, just returning it back to the library. That was their job. This one guy on construction got fired for banging the hammer in a funky rhythm. So he had no rhythm and it was annoying as hell.
I can see how that would get annoying.
That's awesome.
I can
Yeah.
see how that would get really annoying.
Yeah. And then this craziest one, this person got fired for showing up, not showing up at all, just doing no call, no shows, and then just showing up an hour late and be like, what's your problem?
I can't believe that they got fired for that.
I thought this was America.
Hello, Samir. I'll show up when I please.
Hey, I'm one of a kind, man.
yeah.
I'm irreplaceable.
Did they replace you though?
Yes.
Yeah, with like 2 people.
Two people.
All right, we're going to continue the conversation and commiserate with Ashley on our podcast broadcast. Join us at youtube.com/bevegan. Florida Man coming up next.
Are you hiring?
In Florida.
Good.
I can wash dishes.
Sorry, that did escalate quickly though,
Jesus.
Ashley. I was just like, oh yeah. You're totally
David
screwed there.
Stutz is listening right now.
I know.
I'm never gonna get booked there either.
Oh,
What
God.
just happened?
No.
Whoa.
Sleuts doesn't wake up.
Damn
before
it,
10 a.m.
beef!
Yeah.
I just realized that anytime Beef is the best person to call if you have bad news in your life, because you call him up, and then if you tell him like a relative died or you're diagnosed with a terminal illness, all he'll do is put "Walk, walk, walk,"
What's the big deal?
and then just hang up. Glad I called that guy.
Yeah. Let me Google a list of celebrities who passed away. Go fuck yourself. All right, let's go to the phones here. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
David
Yo,
Stutz.
it's Nick.
Hey, Nick, what's up?
Not much. Hey, so I got fired for smoking weed with my boss, and then he drug tested me the next day.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, what a dick.
Entrapment.
That's a big dick move.
Yeah, but it's okay. I sat on my back porch smoking a bong while he worked his ass off.
Yeah, that's nice.
There
You
you
know what
go.
you should have did is say, hey man, I'll give you $5 if you pee in this cup for me.
Hey, full circle.
Right?
Nice. All right, I'm
Well,
gonna
don't
play
be
that.
late when you get high, all right, man?
Yeah, as long as you're not late and you show up, you're good.
Mhm.
You're late for your
I always show up.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna air this as a speed break coming up next, Nick. So thank you for the call.
Later, buddy.
Later, brother. Later. All right, so yeah. So I mean, it could be. I mean, that was a terrible way to get fired. Not a legitimate
Smoking with your
reason.
boss.
So you gonna have any I just got fired material then? I would hope
Talking
so.
to me?
Yeah. For Friday.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be like how depressed I am, and
Oh.
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
yeah,
You'll have to tune in.
you
Come
have
to the
show
show.
up. Yeah, you have to show up.
Everybody's like, it's so avant-garde. She's like really experimenting right now. You're just like, my life is in shambles.
Yes.
I just
Well-
got fired. Like, wow, she's really into it.
Well, Ashley, that does sound like something that we do every day. We have an F My Life situation, right? So we do a segment called F My Life where people commiserate with us, and then we weigh in and let them know whether or not their life is effed or they're just kind of being a big baby about this. Now, if you were going to tell me that you got fired, immediately my knee-jerk reaction, and like all of ours, was F your life. Yeah, absolutely. And then your reasons kind of made it kind of big baby, and I know you'll get another job. But just to help you feel better, you could commiserate with those people who emailed me this morning because we shared our F My Life for today. And if you missed it, well, something like
Not
that.
self-loving by your mom. Awkward. It is awkward. Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid. Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, time for another round of F My Life. Use unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share, you can give us a call right now live on the air. 600 KFMA at 605-362. Powers, Rico, and I weigh in on your F My Life situation. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Carter sent me this first F My Life email. He said, today I finished a repair on my trailer. About 20 minutes down the road, or 20 miles down the road, one of the joints gave out and the whole thing broke on the freeway, scattering lumber and splinters everywhere.
Yeesh.
The traffic cop called me the worst carpenter in the whole state. Jesus. F My Life, Rico.
Yeah, for both of them.
Yeah, nobody needs to get burned like that. What do you say,
I
Powers?
agree. Easy F My Life right there.
I wonder if you guys got held up in traffic because of Carter. All right, next up, My Life email sent to me by Tim. He said, today I confronted my loud, messy neighbors about the trash they throw in my yard. They responded by throwing my trash in their yard. All right, then called the police to report me for vandalism and illegal dumping when I returned their trash. Guess who has a court appearance in 2 weeks? This neighbor's from hell, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
F My Life, Powers.
I'll say big baby. It's going to court. You'll figure it out. These people are maniacs.
Oh yeah, by no means will the courts ever
justice system
screw you
works.
over. Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, no way. Never in the history of the court has anyone lied and got away with it in court.
Right?
What do you say, Rico?
Yeah, it's like a really new, horrible version of the Hatfields and McCoys. But yeah, F My Life. That sounds like a pain in the ass.
I agree with you, Rico. So definitely F My Life, Tim. All right, next F My Life situation sent to me by Bianca. She said, one time I had a boyfriend cheat on me with a Cardinals cheerleader.
Ooh.
I found out when his dad proudly posted about it on Facebook. Check out who my son's banging, huh?
Look at this guy.
Yeah, not that old hag he's with, but the new one, right? All right, F My Life for Bianca. Rico.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, Powers.
Easy, yes.
Yes, that's the running theme today, for sure. Absolutely, Bianca. F My Life. All right, next F My Life situation sent to me by Tracy. She said today when I woke up, my dog excitedly came up to me and licked my face. A few minutes later, I find out that he had thrown up twice before he licked my face. Ugh. Dogs can be gross, man. F My Life, Powers.
Big baby. You own that dog. That's what it is.
All right, what do you say, Rico?
I concur. It's
All
a
right.
dog.
All right, yeah. Just get used to having throw up. Just
Try
smear it
having a
all over her
kid.
face.
It was
Tracy.
just licking its butt in the other room, too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, don't let dogs lick your face. I think that's the takeaway from that. All right, final F My Life for the day sent to me by Albert. Albert sent me this email, and I feel Albert's pain. He wrote, today, my daughter and her quote-unquote friend kept using crude euphemisms right in front of me, thinking I was too old or too stupid to figure out what they meant. I nearly had an aneurysm when she told him that he could put his pencil in her sharpener next time they studied together.
Good Lord.
Yeah. All right. So that was the F My Life. So I was about to share with Ashley. I had a summer where I had a theory that to help me guide me through life that fucked me up. And it didn't work out. So the theory didn't work out. Essentially, okay, I was driving a 1988 Nissan Maxima. Love that car.
Ooh.
Okay. And it had a digital speedometer. But it was towards the tail end of that car. This is like, 98 or whatever. So it's over 10 years old. And it was on the fritz. So sometimes my speedometer would work. Sometimes it wouldn't. And, obviously that's not great when you're driving. You need a speedometer. And that's why I don't think they have too many digital speedometers anymore. Maybe they do with Teslas. I can't afford that shit. Anyways, I spent an entire summer being like, okay, what am I going to do today? If my speedometer works, I'm going to do this. If my speedometer doesn't work, I'm going to do this. And I did this, yes, in various situations that caused repercussions. So one time I was getting ready to go to work and be like, okay, if my speedometer works, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to make money. And if my speedometer doesn't work, I'm going to say, fuck it. And I'm going to go meet up some friends and get stoned. And my speedometer didn't work. So I did a no call, no show, lost that job. Right.
That's bull crap. They should have kept you around.
Right. I thought I was in the clear. Right. The gods are speaking. Be like, they're not even going to know that you're not there, bro. Right. I don't know what I was thinking there. But again, I'm like 18, 19 years old. And then I was actually 18 because I was going through jail. So initially, when I got sentenced for jail, I had 20 weekends. So 40 days, 20 weekends in a row that I had to go to Tent City in Arizona. And yeah, it sucked. And I lost a lot of weight, though. So that's positive.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of water weight and just sweating and swimming in my own sweat. But one of these weekends, I was like, okay, it's getting time to go to jail. Speedometer. What should I do?
Like the magic 8-ball.
Punching it like, okay.
Yeah. If the speedometer works, I'm going to go to jail and be responsible. If the speedometer doesn't work, I'm going to go to my friend's Brian's house for a party and hopefully hook up with Rebecca.
That's rational.
The suspense is killing me.
Yes. Well, long story short, the speedometer didn't work. I didn't show up to jail. I did go to Brian's house. I did hook up with Rebecca. I did violate my terms and conditions of me being sentenced to jail, and I did go back to jail, but this time for 6 months. Like I said at the time, I was a lifelong fuck up, but I was peak fuck up at that point.
I like how your lawyer had to be like to the judge, like, Your Honor, his car's from the future. What do you expect?
Yeah, it was the speedometer. So when you come in with stories like this and of adult irresponsibility, I can relate to it.
How did you get to your friend's party?
I drove.
Yeah.
I know.
What does the speedometer have to do with anything?
No,
because
the speedometer didn't stop me from driving. I would just drive in different locations. It just led me to where I needed to go.
How fast were you going?
Who knows?
You know what's funny about this is that after Brian's party, I had an interaction with police later that night. Right. But I was in a parking lot of a fast food place and they came by and they're questioning us and giving us grief. And I was always able to bullshit cops to a certain extent, even though I was arrested. So currently I'm in jail. This guy was threatening me. He's like, "Whoa, what if I arrested you right now? You wouldn't want to go to jail. You wouldn't last in jail." And in my head, I'm thinking, bitch, I'm supposed to be in jail right now. Right? It was fantastic.
That's my home.
Yeah, he ended up leaving, and I could have ended up getting arrested and being sent to jail while I was supposed to be in jail. That's like A-level fuck up right there.
Yep.
Some morning show in a different area would be like, "All right, want to hear about this AM idiot?"
Yeah.
And they tell a story about you.
Yeah, that's true. No, I've been doing morning radio long enough that I've actually done stories on my close personal friends who made national news. Yeah, my friend Danny, who's in prison right now, and is probably going to be there for the rest of his life because they keep giving him a page 2, which is an extension of his cell. But you kind of have to when you're in prison. You know what I mean? You get into fights and you defend yourself and you keep getting in trouble. You're around degenerates, right? And you either become a degenerate, or he's always been a degenerate, but either, you run with the pack and become alpha, or you become a victim. So he's always been the alpha type dude. So he, continues to stack on. I'm never going to see him in person again, which is disappointing. But he got into pills like everybody did in the early aughts, and a lot of people still are, and it's unfortunate. But he was addicted to that, and he ended up breaking into a Walgreens Mission Impossible style, where he cut a hole into the roof. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then climbed down and cleared out the pharmacy. Now, the thing is, he got away. He got away with it. And he was on the streets and not in jail, busted for this for like a little over a year.
Wow.
And it wasn't until someone snitched him out and the
After
reason
a
why,
year.
yeah, after a year, but the reason why they were able to, link him to this crime is because when he climbed down, he got all the pills. He went to climb back up. He couldn't get back up with the gloves he was wearing, so he had to take off his gloves. And Danny is all tatted up, and they're able to identify him with his tattoos. Yeah, and that's what fucked him. And that story became Stupid Criminal Story and morning radio shows all over the nation. And I was doing a morning radio show, and I had to do a story. And yes, I'm a professional, so I still called him a stupid dumbass. Like, nah. Even though my heart was broken, I'm like, damn, Danny, he's gone. All right, let's get back on the air. Rock 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here with Ashley Tappan, who is headlining the Tappening, happening this Friday at the Screening Room. How much are tickets?
$10 at the door.
Yeah,
There's a link for an Eventbrite too on my Facebook page.
What's your Facebook page?
Ashley Tappan.
Tappan. Okay.
Or Making It Happen Tappan.
Making It Happen Tappan.
You spell that Tappan.
Yeah. Does anyone ever brag when they're tapping?
Tapping that ass.
Yeah, tapping that ass. You get that all the time, right?
Yeah, I just don't have an ass. So I was like, hello.
Well, you got an ass.
Good luck tapping.
Yeah, homie go one day is always like, hey, nice calves.
Yeah.
That's what it's come down to.
Hey, you put those calves together tightly. That looks like an ash.
Yeah.
But actually, calves doesn't have the same ring to it.
I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to talk Ashley off the ledge. I'm trying to give out positive things. You're throwing out all this stuff. Like, I'm single, I'm jobless, I have no ass. Come to my show,
That's my
please.
comedy. It's self-deprecating. It's hilarious.
That is the best kind of comedy for sure. Oh, where'd
Fail horn.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that keeps...
Ouch, that hurts my soul.
No, I mean, self-deprecation is key. It's relatable and hilarious, and you got 45 minutes as you're headlining, and this is your first headlining gig, which is great because you have all this free time now to focus on your first headlining gig.
I sure do.
Yeah, and this
I'll
is
probably
exciting.
be late for my own show, but like,
On
it's
brand.
not a big deal. That's what's happening.
I've seen you fashionably late as always. That's how you got to be.
You
Hey,
better
Mark all
not.
naked. Hello.
Yeah, you better not no call, no show your show.
Whoa.
I'm saying that right now. I would be furious. I'm just meeting you for the first time today, but I will block you from my memory and off my. I won't even send you a friend request if you no call, no show your show. You got to show this.
He won't even fail horn you at that point.
Nope.
I'll
Nothing.
be
You
there.
don't
I'll
get
be
the
there
horn.
early barking too.
Good. Yeah. You got to be out there on the streets, which is
Yeah.
good. Just to get people in and pack the show out. It is a fantastic lineup. And honestly, independent comedy here on a local level is like some of the best date night options. Or if you're just bored going into the summer, go out and be entertained because Ashley has a lot of material she's ready to share with you. So you can commiserate with her and laugh at her pain this Friday at the Screening Room. So we'll give you more information. I'll post a flyer on our Facebook pages and on Instagram so you can get in the loop. We'll sell that show out. And that will be the beginning of the positive things happening back in your life, Ashley. Hopefully not too much positive so you don't get unfunny.
Yeah.
You still have enough.
That's why I don't do squats, because like if I get an ass, then I have no jokes.
No, I know. Seriously. Because then you get like wifed up real quick and locked down.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't want that.
No.
We don't want a
That-
healthy relationship.
That's why I don't do squats. Yes, that's my reasoning.
Sounds legit.
And squats is not your problem, buddy. You need to do sit-ups. All right, we're going to take a quick break, keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, and we'll be back with your beef tip right after this. Clear. All right, so yeah, let me share that flyer again here, just to remind people.
Thank you so much for this. It's awesome.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, and we'll thank Powers for, setting it
Ooh,
up.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
I love my funny
The 16th. Yeah, I think so, dude. The 16th of this month. What day is that? Of July, you mean?
There's been whisperings about you hosting.
No, Jason, asking if we'll introduce As the World Burns on the 16th at Club Encore, which I would be more than happy to. I know you guys are going to be going on a tour here soon, and I need to reach out to you guys. I was supposed to have Jonathan Russell. Jonathan reached out to me because Brent, I'm talking with Brent with Local Love as we're trying to get synced up and doing more concerts together in different venues around the town. And Brent misconstrued and was like, "Hey, I have Jonathan on this week, and I can't because I'm off on Friday." And I just got a confirmation for the WWE. Ezekiel Jackson?
No, not Jackson. Just Ezekiel. So that's
No,
Elias's younger brother.
no. I'm sorry, it's not that.
Who?
Angelo Dawkins.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, so Angelo.
Street Profits.
Yeah, so Angelo Dawkins is confirmed to talk with us tomorrow, possibly. Plus, we're gonna have Alana in studio for tomorrow, so comedian, and we're gonna have Dave and Austin in to find out if Dave is going to be called Austin 2.0 or his own name. So we're just jam packed. Long story short, so I couldn't get Jonathan in, but I will after the break. So the 16th, yes, I will be there. That'll be a good way to, it's Saturday. So yeah, put me on the list. Let's fucking make it happen. I think, yes, I should. I'm going to say a soft yes on that. And then we'll see what happens. I just got to make sure that I'm not booked for anything else, like any birthdays or any shit.
You're always soft.
Hey.
I don't know. I mean, why would you attack me like that, Rico?
I'm just being a truthful friend. You're always soft.
Is it though? Is it truthful? I'm like, because you don't know. I mean,
Would you rather me say you're hard all the time?
I mean, hard sometimes. Like when
Sometimes.
Ashley was
Half-staff.
telling me, like how shitty her life was, I got so aroused.
I can smell your boner from
He does have a smelly boner. That's how we know beef here in Tucson.
So how do you stop, man? Everything. I got a soft, smelly boner now. What the fuck?
Do you guys smell him? Oh God, that must be beef.
He's told me before that he does get an erection when his girlfriend cries.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yes.
And my life is shitty, right?
No, but
He's like, come on, please cry.
Look, no, stop. It's not because I'm turned on by her being sad. It's that is my natural physical reaction to make her feel better. That's how twisted I am. I'm like, oh, you're
Like
so
a
sad.
pretzel.
Here,
You're so sad.
Does this dick help? Does you want this dick?
She cries even harder.
Yeah.
You like smelly boner?
It smells
Usually.
bad.
Yeah.
Get out of here, babe.
And as far as Rico saying that I have a smelly boner, he
Yeah.
knows that's why he shaved his mustache.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Facts.
Facts.
Science.
Anyone streamers out there, would you admit if your girlfriend's like crying, do you ever get like physically aroused because you want to like make her feel better? Is that a thing, or am I that twisted?
Be the caveman savior.
Yeah.
She said.
I think I could be hardwired that way, and it's not like, again, not in a predator type of way.
No,
It's
I get it.
like it's a nurse.
Sexual
I'm
psychology.
trying to nurse her with my penis, right?
Your
Like
smelly boner.
it's not smelly, Rico. God.
He's gonna go home right after this and put deodorant on the shaft. I know you are.
I put
Yes,
it on my
you are.
taint, dude. Like, I mean, I wish
Do more, obviously.
No, I wish I could
Two
prove.
more.
I mean, obviously, we work for a corporation, so I can't just whip out my dick and be like, smell it.
Could that be our next product? Beef's boner
I'm
deodorant.
so glad we work for a corporation.
I know.
I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
Beef's boner durant.
All right, let's change the subject.
Bonerant.
Todd said, "Why does Beef think he has a wonder dick?" I don't too.
dick.
That's the thing. It's like it's not that good of a dick.
Just
But
a beef
It's
dick.
aight.
Yeah, but I still feel like, hey, this will make you feel better. It makes me feel better. It is a weird. I'll talk to my therapist about it. Okay, guys?
Do you like catch your tears and use them as lube? Or?
Oh my god!
The next conference you have with your daughter, you have to like pop that question in there and be like, "Hey, I got some questions."
Tears make for fantastic lube.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is what it sounds like.
I had a whole theory, like the grosser the fluid, the better the fluid. The
Flube.
lube.
Mm.
And that's
Gross.
because spit's good lube, right? One time my baby's mom threw a glass at my face, right? The pint glass hit me in the mouth, right?
Right.
Yeah. I had my eyes closed. I was 100% abused, right? So she did this because I was like trying not to fight. I'm laying on the couch, put the pillow over my eyes so I can see him, just like leave me alone. And then she got pissed, threw a pint glass, hit me in the mouth. So busted up my mouth, right? So she immediately started crying and regretting it. And then
you got hard.
well,
Sorry.
yeah, well, because immediately she's like, to make up for it, she's like, let's have sex. And she gave me, without being too graphic, she gave me the back door for the first time.
Oh my god! That's not too graphic.
Backdoor or lawsuit.
I was
So-
waiting for you to be like, so I started bleeding, and then we just got into it and used that blood as that's what I was expecting you to talk about.
Kyle said I'm not alone. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you,
And then she made me speak like Count, Chocula.
Anyways,
It got hot.
that's when I learned like blood saliva made for great lube. And so then I came up with the theory, like
Slap that shit on there.
Blood
Yeah.
saliva.
the grosser the fluid, the better the lube.
Motor oil.
The body fluid.
Oh, it has to be bodily.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my assumption in this theory, which I haven't tried it out, is you just
I don't believe you.
You could think, oh no, it's true. Try it next time, Ashley.
Try it.
You're single now, so I'm sure you'll be able to be like bleed and poop, whatever. You know,
Oh, God.
I said the grosser the fluid, the better the lube. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying theoretically speaking, it's possible.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, man.
Again,
on.
Beef is a doctor. Don't forget.
Mhm.
I'm
I call him
experienced.
Dr. Beef.
I'm experienced in all types of grossness.
That's your new tagline. I may not be a doctor, but I am experienced.
Yes. So at least I'm not alone when it comes to the cry boners.
What he lacks
Cry
in
boners.
what he lacks in MD, he makes up for in XP.
If I start a band, that's the new name right there.
Yeah.
The Cry Boners.
The cry boners would be an
And the
excellent band name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it'd be ska, though. It would have to be ska.
You know, there's one guy in the world you never want to be flipped off by. It's a guy named Steve Keeler. Yeah, he just set a world record for the heaviest deadlift with one finger, his middle finger.
Whoa.
Yeah, he can lift 285 pounds in 8 seconds just with just with his middle finger. So you imagine if he tells you to go fuck yourself, you feel it to your soul.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, it like hit like a laser beam. All right. So that's something that we didn't get to today.
He injected steroids in his finger.
Yes, he probably did. I would test that finger.
It's all veiny.
Also, no.
I would want that finger, you know.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
that
come
finger.
on.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Ashley.
Grow
That's what I'm
up.
talking about. You
Okay,
can see Ashley
She's like,
this
with some blood in
Friday
there, too.
at the screening room. Yes.
Bring your fingers.
Bring your fingers.
Bring those buff
There you go.
fingers.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's so many questions we could go down the rabbit hole, but we don't have that much time. And honestly, this is your first time. The second time, we'll get into the more inappropriate questions, I guess.
Unless I'm late.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, I just love my life when it's shitty. It's the best part.
Yeah. Well, again, like I
You
said,
like to have
it's,
fun.
it's fuel for, for art. And I know that you're going to be able to take all these negatives and turn it into a positive. And I can't wait to hear you riff about it when you perform this Friday and headline The Tappening. So, and that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. And plus, let's be honest, Ashley, it's a bartending job? Like
Yeah.
there's so few of those out here in the world.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
if you notice, like that's the one job that's going to continue to prosper because the world's so fucked. We need to be drunk.
Yeah, it's job security.
100%. So
The best part's when a customer comes in, bartender in Arizona is like, "Can you make a margarita?"
yeah.
How about a mojito?
Ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah, but yeah, every bartender knows how to make a margarita, right? Yeah, so I know that you'll get back on your feet as soon as you choose to. If you want to stay on your back, that's a good time too.
You have a lot of options. Hey.
That's a good philosophy right
That was
there.
good.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
See, that was actually because I was thinking of a joke straight to your knees. And it's like, oh, well, back. That's nice. That's nice. That's
I
not
mean,
as,
yeah,
that's-
rude.
I didn't want to be crass.
Right.
I'm not. We're
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Call you Papa
Yeah,
Crass.
I
because-
appreciate that.
Nobody
Oh,
ever
yeah.
said sucking dick will make my life better right now.
You
know what I mean?
Well, a lot do, but yeah.
What? Okay. All right, we got 7 seconds. We got to wrap things up. Thanks again, Ashley, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Have
Hell
fun
yeah.
this Friday.
Thanks.
All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That's all the time we have for the show today. We got a jam-packed show tomorrow. We're going to have WWE wrestler Angelo Dawkins checking in with us, comedian Alana, and, more stuff to give away, all the fun stuff. And today, Austin's going to get that ass tattoo. So we'll have a recap
yeah.
of that. And Austin's going to battle new Austin to see if we're going to call him by his name or Austin 2.0. Because if Austin wins, whoever the new Austin's going to be has to continue that legacy and be called Austin 2.0. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be a great show, and it'll be our last show of the week before we go into vacation. So make sure you tune in and stay tuned in all morning long. I don't even have time for a beef tip. I just want to thank Ashley Tappan for coming in and, remind you guys that this Friday night at the screening room, I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to the Tappening at the screening room. Ashley's going to be headlining. I got a bunch of hilarious comedians on the bill. Tickets only $10 at the door. Of course, that's right next to, what's the name of that? Oh, Elliot's. And,
Yes.
it's a great,
It's where we like to party.
it's where we like to party. So that's where I'm partying this Friday to kick off my
I
vacation.
don't party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't show up for work, Ashley.
Are you guys hiring or what?
We hire people who show up on time. All right. We'd like to thank you guys for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mucho's up next. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you
Peace, guys.
wish upon a side of beef,
What's happening?
will come and
Get it?
end
I'm
to all your
Tappan.
grief.
That's
But if
because her name's Ashley Tappan. It's happening.
I will knock out all your
Keep
teeth.
bringing up the